right. We should be sounding good and we should be looking good. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to some more Elden Ring content on the channel. I've been playing this game a lot behind the scenes, been streaming it a lot. If I had to describe it, I'm kind of addicted to this game the same way I was when the game first came out. Because here we are with Elden Ring, the Convergence version 1.4. Now, this mod has been around for quite a while. I believe the first time I saw it was on Dark Souls 3. That's where most people were familiar with it. And then we even streamed it a while back, both on Twitch and on here a little bit. Mainly, when it comes to overhaul mods, I'm not the biggest fan of them because for those that don't know, when I did videos on The Witcher and Red Dead, I think I stated in both of those videos I don't really care for mods that change a whole lot. I prefer to, to just download small mods here and there. But when it comes to the Convergence, this mod has changed so much, and funny enough, a lot of it is actually kind of for the better. For the first time, I'm not really seeing too much negative here, and a part of me is kind of, wondering, is this better than the original game? I'm not sure because there might be a little bit of debate, for that topic. When I did play this a while back, the first thing that did kind of catch my attention was the whole, the way you start the game. In the original Elden Ring, you have your samurai class, your, I think it's called Vagabond, you have the hero, prisoner. I think it's a small handful, but in this they have like up to 27, I believe. And not only is every class, extremely different with their both starting gear and spells, they also start in different locations, so some characters can start in Limgrave, some characters can start in Caelid, I think some can start in Lindell, I believe. It's very different depending on what you go with. So that was the first thing that caught my attention when I played it a while back. But funny enough, when I was playing it back then, I didn't really fall in love with it, right off the bat. Mainly because I found myself just kind of doing very similar things to how I would play the normal game. And I was sticking to the main bosses, not really exploring that much. And we got up to Lindale and I kind of put the game on hold. And then when I came back to it, I actually began to explore. I found one new weapon and I found a couple of new spells, and that kind of hooked me right there. And I was like, okay, well, if that's one new weapon, what else do they have? I went up, I found a video where, they're all located. I began, hunting them down one by one. And the more weapons I found, the more spells I found. And it just began to just, scratch this itch of like, I just got to keep unlocking more. And not only that, I was running into a couple of areas that were brand new, one area being the Lake of Rot. They completely redid that. That was cool. But with this latest update, they've redone areas like Castle Morne, Raya Lucaria, Stormville Castle. So there's a whole lot going in this mod that it's kind of a big deal when it comes from playing the original game. As you can see, I'm just sitting here, gushing about it because, like I said, I feel like I'm, slowly falling in love with Elden Ring all over again. Very similar to how it was, when the game first came out. As far as everything that the mod covers, it's new weapons, new spells, new areas, new mechanics. There's a whole new talisman system. So instead of unlocking, talismans the normal way, you just go collect items, and then when you go to a grace, you can pick whatever talisman you want depending on the item that you got. So I think that's pretty neat. Another very cool thing is that you can pretty much tackle any area in any order. They have this new thing called the Urge, I think it's called the Urge Tree network system. And funny enough, when we first played the game, it was kind of a disappointment when you came to all of these minor Urge trees only to find out it's just one of those same bosses that you fought, 1,000 times. You fight that and that's pretty much it. So what this mod does is it places portals at each tree, and you can teleport to any other one on the map, at any other time that you want. And one thing that I kind of just glanced over, the main game really suffered from, it had a lot of bosses, but it was a quantity over quality issue. And I think what this mod does is it kind of takes out a lot of those bosses that you would see, you know, the same thing over and over, or, you know, instead of fighting one, now you fight two. And now it replaces them with, you know, completely unique ideas, new bosses, or sometimes it might just get rid of it and put something else there. So, you know, not only does it expand on what the game already does, it kind of corrects some of the issues that were there in the OG game. So before we get into this, I will say that this is not going to be a challenge run. We are playing on New Game Plus. We are currently at level 150. I was going to do 140, but I didn't like the way my build was looking, so I put 10 more levels in, and I think I got it to a very solid standpoint. Mainly, you know, we're just going to be tackling the main bosses, trying to get through it. We're not going to be doing all like the side stuff. We might do a couple of NPC quests here and there, but the build we are essentially going for is intelligence and faith. We're going to be using some death magic, fire magic, and a little bit of necromancy along with a wind spell at the end. As you can see, my character is rocking the black knife set. And the cool thing about Convergence is, you know, the clothing isn't necessarily cosmetic anymore. If we go to the description, you know, it now states that this increases intelligence and faith by 4. And we also get a critical damage by 4%. So with the whole set, you know, that's actually pretty solid. And if you go to any other equipment, you know, they all do something different. So it is cool because now if you want to, you know, wear something and look nice, not only does it look nice, it has a little bonus at the end of that as well. There's probably a lot of other things that this mod does that I'm just gonna, you know, forget to mention, but I will leave, you know, all the links down below if you guys want to download stuff. So yeah, I did cover that we are on New Game Plus. Main reason because I wanted to just, you know, get familiar with the first playthrough. That way I don't spend a lot of my time lost for 50% of the stream. I wanted to find where all the items was and kind of just kick back and have fun. You know, we're not here to spend 3 hours stuck on any bosses. We're not here to, you know, meander around. Kind of just here to show you guys what the mod has to offer. And to put the icing on the cake, we're also going to be adding the first person mod as well. Now, while streaming this, I got a lot of mixed opinions. Some people like it, some people don't. From a, you know, gameplay perspective, obviously it is more immersive. It puts the game in a new perspective that you haven't seen before. So indoor areas look cool. Combat is, you know, obviously a little bit jank here and there. Sometimes when you're fighting bosses, it's hard to tell what's going on. And in order to help it a little bit, we did replace the dodge roll with the Bloodborne sidestep. I don't know if I can do it. Okay, yeah, I can do it now. So it looks kind of cool in third person, but in my opinion, I downloaded it so when we switch to first, you know, it doesn't look as jarring. It's a little bit easier on the eyes. And if you haven't noticed by now, if we look at the HUD, it is in the top left. So we are also using the compact HUD as well. So I believe it's 4 mods together. We have the Convergence, obviously, and then we have the Bloodborne step. Not the Bloodhound step, don't get it confused with that. It doesn't give any more iframes. All it does is replace the animation. So it pretty much behaves the same exact way as a dodge roll would. It just looks different. And then we have the compact HUD, and then we have first person. Yeah, like I said, some people liked how this looks, some people didn't back when we were streaming it. I think it's not that great from a viewer's perspective, but when I'm playing it, you know, it still controls pretty solid. It doesn't feel any different. So I will switch to it here and there. We're obviously not going to do the entire gameplay in first person because, you know, I just don't want to put up with all that. But there is a good chance I may end up switching builds, you know, at some point. So don't expect me to do the entire game using the same exact build. But with all that being said, I think we covered all of the basics. If I think of anything else while we were playing, I'll just fill you guys in. So let's get this show on the road. Also, what is up with it, Danny? I just noticed your message. While I'm at it, let me go ahead and mute this music because I kind of had this music just playing in the background. All right, so here we are. We began with the Heretic on our first playthrough, so hence why we are starting in kind of this blood area, which is exactly in the Lake of Liurnia. Also, you might notice this little blur here and there. It's because I'm using a reshade, and I believe it has an effect on here that causes blur. It's mainly for first person, so it can, you know, look a little bit better. We also have this one that adds a little bit of shadows, as you can see, but I'll turn it off here and there because if we go to the map, you might notice that it kind of goes through it. So yeah, every now and then I'll disable it just to alleviate that, but we'll keep it on for the most part. Yeah, Danny, I had stated a while back that I was gonna do New Game on TikTok, and then we're doing New Game Plus on YouTube. Mainly because I want to have these VODs uploaded. That way I can just chop up a couple of parts and then make those individual videos. Primarily the boss fights. So we need to find a way to get to Castle Morne, and I believe the quickest way to getting there would be to head on over here and unlock the portal. Also, if at any moment my mic starts to sound funky, I'm having some very weird issues with my interface. I believe I got a good handle on it. However, you know, technology is very unpredictable. Let's go ahead and get as many graces as we can to make our trip a little bit easier. Also, I forgot to mention the weapons we are using. We have the Star's Shadow, which is a brand new katana that was added in 1.4. It has your standard move set of most katanas. Every now and then you might have a new weapon that has an entirely new moveset. Some of them borrow other movesets from different weapons and combine them. Some weapons pull movesets from other games like Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne, and some are completely original. This one has a very cool Ash of War that I'm hoping this lobster will let me pull off. There's that. Okay, we're off to a rough start. Use some magic. Wow, the bug actually hit me. All right, there we go. These bugs are the definition of pest. Literally. And as you can see, we got some brand new spells as well. We have a Death Blight buff, which Death Blight obviously does not, you know, instant kill monsters, but it does buff your damage that you do to them. We have Magma Missile, which is extremely powerful depending on what enemy you would use it on. But these guys, not so much. Uses a lot of FP though. Okay, you know what? We're not gonna fight a group of lobsters. I think I'm cool off that. Really? Oh, come on. He was not gonna let me just walk away unscathed, huh? another grace. Didn't mean to do that. I forget what this guy's quest is. I think it has something to do with Rhea Lucaria.
What are you looking at? You trying to start something, mate?
Yeah, we can't say anything to him, so let's just leave him be. And if you haven't noticed by now, we are playing on mouse and keyboard just for a little bit of extra challenge, but I am kind of getting used to it because I've been playing like this for quite a while. I think I may be getting to the point where I may actually prefer playing like this. Actually, we can start off with the village of the Albernax, but like I said, you know, I kind of want to do the main stuff. But it wouldn't hurt to just, you know, have some fun with some new weapons and whatnot. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think we're gonna tackle this area later because I think there is a certain quest line that is attached here. I want to make sure I get it done because I failed to do it on our last playthrough. I kind of want to see how it plays out this time. So let's just grab this grace and then we'll hop on back on the dusty trail. So in the future, we can come back here. Okay, we're still heading in the right direction. Now this weapon is a brand new scythe. This thing has a very interesting moveset and a very cool Ash of War. Funny enough, I actually like the one-handed animations more than the two-handed. There's a charge. Here's two-handed. This thing does a lot of stagger damage. Okay, first boss. Let's get it out the way. Excuse you. All right. There is a bit of a texture loading problem in first person. I'm not sure why. It happens here and there. There's your first example of the camera having a mind of its own during first person. That was a close one. Not bad. She almost had us for a second. The one thing I do love about the first person mod is that they added the ability to, you know, change perspective in game. Because if it was permanent first person and the only way to turn it off was, you know, to, you know, get rid of the mod, I probably wouldn't use it. We need to head to Weeping Peninsula. And here we have another one. Let's cast some buffs. Like how she's already looking at me. Let's sit back and watch. Frame rate is definitely taking a hit. No way. She almost still killed me at the end. That's funny. Yeah, as you can see, some of these new spells, one, are very powerful. Two, they're so crazy they can kind of affect the performance. You know, my PC isn't, you know, it's no slouch, but it's nothing crazy either, so if you want to avoid that, you're going to need yourself a beefy setup. Now, we're going to try to avoid leveling up as much as we can. We're going to stay level 150 until we begin to feel that we're at some type of disadvantage. Until then, we're just gonna hang out. Let's head on over to the first new and improved area. Gotta figure out how to get there first off. One thing I do want to do, I want to go knock down this mausoleum. Come on. There we go. That should have landed. It's a slow process, but we're getting there. Is that it? More, huh? There it is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on, buddy. Okay, so you may be wondering, if you haven't beaten any boss with the remembrance yet, why knock this down? Well, these now have a new purpose. For some reason I can't get off my horse. There we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this weapon equipped in my right hand. We're gonna switch this with that one because I want to clone both of these weapons. So now when we approach, instead of asking to clone the remembrance, it'll ask us something different. Do you wish to duplicate the melee weapon in both your left and right hands? Yes, I would. And there you have it. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't go straight to +10. It only copies it at, you know, its default. But we're going to go ahead and head on over to the round table, which is already available from the start. If I can think of my key bindings, goddamn. So I have a couple of stones left over from the last run. We should be able to max this out. Debating if I should keep it at level 1 though. There are some weapons I'm gonna keep at low level because sometimes I want to fight a boss and make it not so simple. I don't want to do an insane amount of damage. Okay, so we need to head back here. Poison, huh? This is why I don't like daggers. Their range is very, you know. I like it. It's gonna take some getting used to, but I like it. Ooh, this might do some damage. First thing we're gonna do is head straight for Castle Morne. Get that out the way first. Is this the right way I should be going? Yes, it is. Before we head over there, I'm gonna fight this knight's cavalry. And I'm debating, you know, let's just fight this guy here. One of the great features they just added, now when you skip to nightfall to spawn a boss and the boss kills you, it won't change the time, so you have to go back and change it back to nightfall. It'll now stay nightfall. We're gonna try it with 2 daggers. Dear God. Okay, hang on. These daggers are kind of crazy. The way it just racked up that death blight. And I'm not even using the Ash of War. That's like a shield breaker. That was a lot easier than I thought it'd be. Isn't there a death bird somewhere over here too? Or am I thinking of a different area? All right. Let's continue our journey. Now, you may already notice from a distance, but that gate was not always there. We already noticing some different things. People already dying? God damn, we just got here. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Castle Morne has gotten a new makeover, and it is now a legacy dungeon, meaning it is required in order for you to, you know, progress through the game. Well, we are getting some weird stuttering here. I'm not sure if, you know, me streaming is causing that, or if the mod itself is causing that. Elden Ring already wasn't the most stable game, so adding more stuff to it, you know, I'm not surprised. The game's still playable, that's all that matters. Yeah, so here we are. Looking crazy already. So they added like a whole new like town that you have to get through before you even get to, bro, can I relax and immerse? Wait, I have a shield breaker. I want to test it out. There it is. Yeah, we're getting some crazy frame rates here. That's a lot. Start off by going this way. Shut up. How'd that first one miss? I don't know if I want to risk grabbing that. I doubt it's worth it. There's a crazy spell. Oh, wow. Not quite sure what happened to my dodge input there, but first death. It was bound to happen sooner or later. I'm liking this shield break though. It seems to be doing its job. There's some weird type of stuttering. I want to see if this is, you know, if it's the area that's causing it. I'm pretty sure there's a smarter way to approach me than just going through the fire, bro. Never mind. Was gonna go in for the finisher, but didn't have to. I thought I had I thought I had my second dagger equipped. I didn't mean to cast a spell. That's funny. Yeah, the thing about this minimal HUD, it doesn't show you what weapon you have in your hands. You kind of just have to look at it and see. It's still taking me some getting used to. Whoa. Oh. Okay, I forget that he's here. Whoa, am I dead? Why are they not locking onto him? That thing has some reach on it. I wasn't looking at my health. Was not looking at my health. That got out of hand very fast. All right. Quick little speed run. Wrong way. Can blow that trumpet all you like. By the time your friends get here, I'm outie. I don't even know if I want to fight this dude now, but I kind of do want to get my get back. The damage. The damage. What? Oh my god. I tried so, like, he sprays that madness for so long and it just goes in every direction. Oh boy. Nah, see, now it's personal. Now it's personal. I can't just run past him. I can't run past you though. What's actually making it hard is all the people surrounding them. If it was just a one-on-one fight, it wouldn't even be that much of a problem. You. I don't know if I casted it or not. You know what? I'm gonna cast this too. RIP the frames. Don't know what happened, but we won. So that wind spell allows me to cast while running, and it also makes me run by default. So just by even walking, I'm not even holding sprint, and my character runs. It's a pretty broken spell. Okay. We gotta be careful here. Because for one, that will give us madness if we stare at it for too long. But if we approach it, we can fight a new boss. Now, I get the feeling this boss might be a bit too easy if I go at it with a +10 weapon. So we're gonna try to do it with the default weapon and see how it goes. Here goes nothing. Why do I look like a summon? Okay, you hold up. You do a lot of damage. Okay, scratch that. Scratch what I said. We're going at him with the regular +10 weapon, because ain't no way. The amount of damage he's doing versus the amount that I'm doing? Oh, nah. It's a major red flag. I underestimated this guy. Because last New Game Plus, I did a level 180. And I was just steamrolling everything. Now, granted, we're 150. Kind of a difference. Let's do this. Oh, let's go. The madness build up. Okay, we got him the second phase. But that thing catches me slipping. I'm also noticing that this buff here doesn't seem to do the same thing that it did before. And I'm confused as to what it actually does now. Getting greedy. That's gonna hurt. Oh my god, that's... Damn! I was gonna say that saved me, but it didn't. Okay, the scythe is doing good, but at the same time, it might be too slow. So we're gonna try the double daggers and see how that does. I thought he was gonna do the roar, so I assumed I can like hit him and then dodge away before the roar kills me, but he did a completely different attack. All right. We need to learn how to like get in, get out. Because the second we try to get too greedy with the attacks, you know? Phase 2. Oh, the madness. Okay. Double daggers are not cutting it. So we got another strat. When all else fails, double katanas. messed up. What? I made one wrong move. And the second I made the one wrong move, it was instant death. I freaking hit left click instead of right click. We got this, y'all. I'm just making simple mistakes. That was a solid run. We got him to half health like instantly. That's the thing about this boss. You don't take long to kill. The same thing goes for you. Timed it wrong. What? What just happened? Oh my God. No way! Oh, bro! I couldn't lock it in. I could not. Oh my God. He had a pixel of health. You gotta be shitting me. This is insane. That was it, bro. That was the run. Do I gotta start casting magic? He kept freaking flipping and dipping. I'm like, can you stop with that? That's a death. That's a death. Golly. It's one of those bosses that requires perfection. Anything less, you're gonna die. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna do it. Bro, what are you doing? I freaking pressed E a long time ago. can't even see what he's doing. All right, that was just, I don't even know what that was, but I'm not casting that spell again because it hurt me more than it helped me. All right. Hate when he gets stuck right there. Oh my god, if you get madness right there, it does so much damage. I keep getting hit with the madness effect like non-stop. Get him out of here. Oh, it's like a hard and easy fight at the same time because I was doing good damage to him. But like I said, you can't afford to make any type of mistakes. And I like to come here and fight him right at the start because if you wait and come back to fight him later, then he's too easy. I feel like this is the only moment in the game where he actually feels like a very decent challenge if you do it right at the beginning. Okay. We got that out the way. Now we can head back to the front grace and we can take the left path. To knock the rest of this area out. And then that'll kind of wrap it up for this little episode or whatever. Okay, and here we are. I really hate From Software for designing characters' attack timings in a way so if an attack hits you, they know that if you mash dodge after being laid out on the floor, the next attack is going to come at a time where it's going to hit you again because you dodged at a bad time. Do you see how long he holds that attack? Like, From Software knew what they were doing when they designed this freaking annoying enemy. That's not gonna end well for me. I thought I could get the heal off. Okay. This place is slowly starting to annoy me, so I'm just gonna start, you know, not taking it lightly and actually just coming here with the intent to murder everything in my sight. Starting with you. I was gonna run past you, but if you want to die, you can die. God, cycling through spells on mouse and keyboard might be one of the worst things ever. You know, like, I'm not here to play any games anymore. I'm kind of here to just kill everything. Because you guys have kind of ticked me off. Well, not even necessarily you. Kind of the boss before this. I know that's got nothing to do with you, but I'm going to act like it does. You're lucky, because that scythe was coming for your neck. You thought. Oh, you are so lucky. Thank God for that wall. If it weren't for that wall, boy, he would have got ate up. Thought he was closer. Not quite sure what's up here, but I'm gonna investigate anyway. I'm also turn off this shadow effect too. I feel like it's kind of distracting me a bit. Somber. Most of the added weapons are somber weapons, but the good part is that you can still apply grease and stuff to them. Funny thing is, if he would have hit me, it probably would have killed me. I might put some points in vigor, if I'm being honest. Like, I know the idea of staying at level 150 sounds good, but dying in 2 hits like this to basic enemies is not fun. I'll be damned if I die to rats. Let's open this for a shortcut. Thank God we're making progress. Now I'm debating. Should we? I think maybe get it to like 50 and stop at 160. That might be cool. Because why not, man? I do need more health. Alright, here we go. Well, this is new. Let's see what they got in store for us. An omen killer. Did he really stagger from every hit? I was figuring at some point he would gain some resistance, but no, every time we swung, he freaking staggered from it. That was funny. Well, that was easy. Now, I recently just found out that you can just head this way, jump up here, jump up that, and take that ladder. We died so many times trying to make the long journey over here, not even realizing that I can do that. But before we head that way, I'll show you guys, you know, some of the other stuff over here if we continue to head in this direction. I got some for you guys. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There's an item over there, but I'm too lazy to go grab it, so we're gonna keep on pushing. You really tried it. I knew there was an ambush waiting for me. Whoa, no. You want to play the range game? We can play range. Now, funny enough, I still have the VOD of when I first streamed this area, and I kept dying over and over on this path. I might still upload it at some point. Well, I wanted to upload, you know, the death montage, but for some odd reason, man, like when I downloaded that VOD, the quality of it came out so bad to the point like I didn't even want to like upload it. It's not like unwatchable, but it's definitely like not 1080p. And it seemed to do it only on that specific VOD, because when we played God of War DLC the next day, and I downloaded that VOD, it looked, you know, fine. It looked like your typical streaming quality. For an Asha War, that takes quite a bit of FP, which is kind of weird. So since we just came right here off the teleporter, we didn't run into old girl that gives her the letter to bring to him. So I'm not even gonna bother hearing him out or, you know, doing his little quest or whatever, because we can just come back later and complete that. Now apparently this lever didn't work when the update first dropped, and then someone said, oh, like it's supposed to not work. But then they updated it and now it works. But I don't know what the hell it did. Oh wow, my freaking mouse went off the screen and on the OBS. I was like, what happened? Come on, fall off the edge. I know you want to. There you go. Damn, imagine a scythe just coming down on you like that. Whoa. Golly, man, look at this game. A lot of people say, you know, Elden Ring, it is obviously carried by its art style over its graphics. And in terms of graphics, it's definitely not like a next-gen game. It's not like pushing the boundaries. Because I get it, it doesn't look as good as like Demon Souls on PS5. But at the same time, we're not going to sit here and discredit just how great and amazing this game can look at times. And it's not even carried by the art style. Like, yeah, the art style is like, you know, the real, you know, MVP. But graphically, it can look nice too. And I think sometimes this first person mod helps remind me of that. Because, man, this game does look good. If only they could just optimize this game and get it running at like a stable 60 and even like higher, like, you know, stable 120. That would be cool. That spell is disgusting. On up. Think this is a dead end, but we got some loot. claymore. More stuff I don't need, but I'll take it because why not? So yeah, in case you haven't noticed, there's a big dude over there shooting arrows at us. So we got to be kind of careful because they can hit us. Cause some ruckus. I like how the frame rate for them is like all wonky. Golly. Oh, here you come. Come on. The freaking choppy frame rate in the background is hilarious. Whoa, 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 whoa. You realize you buffed the op, right? And then the game all of a sudden goes back to 60 frames, just like that. Whoa. Hang on there, buddy. Take care of you. That was probably overkill. Huh? That miss. He damn near hit me for the same damage I hit him. I know a trap when I see one. So now with that out the way, we can do our second shortcut. Bada bing. I think I can survive this next area without having to go back and rest. Got way too greedy. Oh, these key bindings are still getting the best of me. Golly. Bro. Why did I have the scythe? I could have used any other weapon that would have been better, and I chose the slowest one. One of these spells has to go, and I know which one it is. Memorize spell. The heck is that? Okay, we're gonna cast this. Cast that. We're gonna run past this first misbegotten because I don't feel like fighting him. Don't mind me, sir. Okay, now. Almost died again. This place just sucks. Oh, there's too much. There's too many. I need something that can just wipe them all out. I'm freaking scrambling trying to figure out like what can I do that can just hit them all in one fell swoop, and I freaking got ganged up on. These spells, they take too long to cast. That's what I'm realizing. Like, they're good and all, and they do a lot of damage, but in moments like that where I need a very quick cast, other than Magma Missile, I don't really have much, but we might just have to stick with that. Oh my God. This freaking sucks. Golly. Be cool, Jordan. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. I need to just go in with an actual game plan. I keep rushing in, and then when I get down there with all the rats, I try to start figuring out a game plan right then and there. Like, bro, by then it's too late. You're already getting mobbed. I tried to freaking run out the door, and dude was just sitting there. Like, I think that is poor enemy placement on the dude that made this freaking castle different. Because, like, bro, like, why do you force people to fight these rats? That's kind of annoying. Okay, just go in there, drop down, cast Magma Missile, like, right off the start. Kill that one. I don't even have time to cast that. God damn. This was just annoying. Like, even now that I cleared it, I'm still like annoyed. I swear to God. I just want this item so I can get the heck out of here. Come in here. I wish you would. There's no way that... Isn't it funny how I can look at him getting ready to attack and I know it's coming, and then he goes to throw it out and I time to dodge, but it somehow still managed to hit me. I don't care how many times I play this game, I will forever hate them. Oh my God. I will forever hate them incorporating delayed attacks. In case you can't tell, I'm kind of over this area already. I think everything about this redesign in the castle is good until you get to this room with the rats. And then all of a sudden it's just like, why did you make that? I'm about to just... Man, fuck them damn rats. I keep hitting the wall, man. Like... I commented on this when I was streaming. The people who made this mod, they kind of put enemies and placed them in certain areas where no matter what, you kind of always have to fight them in order to get past. Like, you can't necessarily just run past them. And sometimes, like, I kind of like that aspect, but sometimes it's kind of annoying because when you're constantly in the area and you're dying over and over and you no longer want to fight everything, they made it more difficult to just run past. Okay, the most annoying part is over. We got through all that BS. Now we can actually start enjoying this area again. Are you? What is happening? Is there a reason that my attacks? Okay, no. What is this Ash of War, and why is it not connecting like 50% of the time? I demand a retrial. If it keeps up, I'll give these daggers up and try something else, cause I can't afford for that Ash of War to keep whiffing like that. We're not gonna talk about that. Oh my. Would y'all be mad if I just ended the stream right here and didn't complete this castle? I'm about to start busting out some of the broken weapons in a second. Like it's getting there to the point where I know what it is too. I know why I'm just making so many errors. It's because I'm playing on mouse and keys. I say this every time. Like, granted, I can play this game on mouse and keyboard, but like, anytime I get into any situation where I need to, like, you know, improvise and think fast, I crumble because, you know, I begin to think like, what do I need to press? I press the wrong button, and then see, on controller, I don't have that issue. I feel like when I'm playing on controller, I'm always in control of the situation and I can adapt. But here, like, I start pressing wrong keys and I start to think like, what the hell? Like, so I don't know. Maybe for the next stream, for my health purposes, I think we might just give up the mouse and keys, because otherwise there's gonna be a lot of moments of me just raging because I'm making dumb mistakes that I know I wouldn't make on controller. But also there is a big factor that both my controllers, both my PS5 and my Xbox Series X controller, both have stick drift. So like, yeah, granted I'm playing for the extra challenge, but there's also that reason as well. You know, stick drift in Elden is not a big deal until you're trying to do a platforming section, and then it sucks. That off. Before anything, we're jumping down here and we are grabbing this grace, because I will be damned if I gotta traverse through any of that again. All right, we gotta get that gate open, which is up here. You know what, just to speed this up, for this next boss, I'm gonna do controller, because we are currently at 1 hour and 47 minutes. And I really don't want this going over 2 hours, and I feel like it's gonna go over 2 if I fight this boss on mouse and key. Oh, I forgot about you. So this is a new NPC from 1.4. And now he's dead. Hammer of Virtue. Just from that fight alone, I feel way more comfortable playing like this now. Playing on mouse and keys isn't necessarily hard. It's cycling through your inventory. Like cycling through Flask is more cumbersome. Cycling through spells is more cumbersome, especially cycling through weapons. It kind of feels like everything takes an extra step. Okay. I would have loved if this boss was new, but unfortunately, it's the same old thing. Oh wow, he's already... We're sparkling. That's gonna hurt. That's also got, that's almost a one shot. Bro, I can't get a heal off. Every time I heal, he comes with another attack. I hate overly aggressive bosses. Rule number 1, kill them before they start up. If you don't even give them a chance to start up their engine, they never even get a chance to take off. Oh man. I came here for an easy time. It was rough. I had my patience put to the test. And it could be because not only did we, spend a good amount of time stuck on that newly added boss, before starting this stream, I probably played for like an hour and a half, maybe 2, and I spent that time just, checking things off of things I need to do before I start New Game Plus. And during that process, I was getting frustrated at that because a lot of the items that I had missed were in the late game area. So I was up here doing all the catacombs and the dungeons, and these are not easy. And not only are they not easy in terms of enemies, they're not easy in terms of layout. A lot of them are very like weird cryptic mazes. So I was doing this, and I was like, man, like I just need to get this out the way so I can hurry up and start stream. And it was taking longer than what I thought because I kept dying to things I was trying to run past. I couldn't figure out the correct path to take. So when I throw in that on top of this, That's kind of why I was just like losing my patience on a lot of things. Because normally when I play this game, I played it so much to where I can kind of keep a level head for like most things that would normally piss me off. But when I put in a lot of hours in this game and like a lot of those hours are just like very stressful moments, yeah, it'll definitely get to a point where I'm just like, you know what? This game is like getting under my skin. We got close with that freaking rat room because golly, that room had me ready to really just end it. And I'm like, you know what? We will continue Castle Morne another day. But all right, that is episode 1 of the Convergence. We didn't really do too much of first person because, to be honest, I've kind of been sticking so much to third, I kind of forget it's there. But it does come in handy in some situations. In our next episode, we will tackle the new and improved remodeled Stormville Castle. Because there's also an area I never figured out how to get to that I'm going to get to the bottom of in the next stream. Off camera, I might tackle a lot of this. I mean, I might record it just to give you guys like a quick montage of it, quick highlight reel. But we'll probably pick back up when we get to Stormville. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode. I hope you guys like the new and improved Castle Morne. Let me know how you guys are liking this build too. Like I said, I might change it up at some point. I do think it's still good. However, I feel like I can make some improvements, mainly in terms of the spells and the weapons. I think the stats are fine. I think the stats can stay the way they are. But I do think I need to switch up some of these weapons and some of these spells. But all right, y'all. Appreciate those that came through, but y'all know the drill. Until the next time, we are outro. You feel me?